Breaking. Major U.S. city implements Sharia law. Media refuses to report this. Too many Americans have been hoodwinked into thinking multiculturalism equals strength. A much more appropriate equation is diversity plus proximity equals war. In a nutshell, more multiculturalism means more monoculturalism. Dearborn, Michigan, which is home to roughly 95,000 Arab Muslim immigrants, is under Sharia law, although not officially an Islamic state within the United States. It's plain as day. Orthodox Islam holds sway over the city's people. Sharia law has completely taken over Dearborn, Michigan. Let's take a look here. The Prophet Muhammad. Yeah? Anybody making fun of that, your heads will be cut off. Uh,
Most people don't even know this. You go into places like Dearborn, Michigan, you don't feel like you're in America anymore. Right now we're heading towards the east side of Dearborn. You'll see the culture shift where you won't feel that you're in the United States any longer. How long have you lived in Dearborn? All my life. Seriously, what happened to all the American businesses? They come in by the strip mall. They move the previous owners out. Increase the rent dramatically. They force them out. And then they put similar businesses, but with a Arabic tone. Yes. You think a lot of people here voted for Obama? Of course they did. Yeah? Why? Why do you think they voted for Obama? The entitlements, all the health care. Some of these guys come in and have up to 4 wives. When they file for the rich cards, the EBT cards, they are bringing the other 3 as extended family members. When we're going grocery shopping, you see these young Arab ladies, girls, with their kids, getting on Range Rovers, using their EBT bridge cards to pay for the groceries. I'm actually in the medical equipment business, so sometimes when they come to my office, they're in designer clothes, carrying Prada purses, pulling out their Medicaid cards for their health care. And knowing the addresses and knowing where they live, I don't understand how they're getting welfare assistance, driving $60,000, $70,000 vehicles and living in $250,000, $350,000 homes. If
So now, what's the impact on that? Is that
That's an increased cost to the school systems.
you never see American flags?
Never.
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 Why is it that the Muslim community is not blending in with the rest of American society?
Because this is what they are being told in mosques across the United States, Dennis. And part of what they're teaching them in the mosque is do not assimilate with the Americans. They are your enemies.
One of the things that bothered me is that as I traveled through one street after the next, and I'm talking about many streets, I did not see homes with an American flag waving outside. Is there any chance we have that Muslims will turn around and start to blend in?
No, there is no chance. We are seeing a reverse, actually, instead of them blending in, instead of assimilation.
If you were to take somebody, like an old neighbor who used to live in Dearborn but moved away, and you were to drop them back into Dearborn, would they know where they were?
Not really. It's completely remade.
So, what do you think the deal with that is?
Flag?
Yeah,
They've been here a long time. That's a statement there.
that flag makes sense. What is the statement?
That's America.
Yeah,
This is,
this is America. This is James Ledbetter signing off for the news media.
Islam is incompatible with the West and doesn't mix well with American traditions like civil law, liberty, and freedom of worship. Unfortunately, wherever Muslims hold a majority population in the West, Sharia law rules. For instance, in the Paris suburbs near Charles de Gaulle Airport, women aren't allowed in the streets unless escorted by their husbands or male relatives. The area is known for exporting radical Islamic fighters all over the world via the Daily Telegraph. In East London, where Pakistani Muslims are in the process of killing off native Cockney culture, the so-called quote Muslim Patrol enforces Sharia law on Muslims and non-Muslims alike via YouTube. The most infamous Muslims no-go zone is Brussels Molenbeek neighborhood, known for being a terrorist haven. It played a role in the November 2015 terror attacks in Paris and is openly hostile to non-Muslims. The Belgian army, and not the police, is often needed to keep the peace via the New York Times. In late 2015, many residents of Dearborn took to the streets to protest ISIS, claiming the group overwhelmingly victimized other Muslims via the WYZX. Although this is a welcome display of anti-ISIS rhetoric, the lack of American culture in Dearborn is likely to breed second or third generation terrorists who feel no connection to America. As proof such a general generational conflict, is happening, take a look at another Midwestern city caught in the clutches of radical Islam, Minneapolis, Minnesota, home to thousands of Somali Muslim immigrants and their offspring. Minneapolis is now the #1 recruiting group for terrorists in the U.S. Although city officials place the Somali population at just 30,000, Minneapolis Somali citizens have been associating themselves with terrorists since at least 2006, when Muslim fighters in Somalia began fighting their Ethiopian invaders via Business Insider. Today, many Somali men find themselves entrenched in war in Somalia, Syria, or Iraq, fighting for ISIS itself. Donald Trump should consider the widely Islamic city of Dearborn to be a national security risk, as the president himself witnessed in 2001 when Muslims celebrated the 9/11 terrorist attacks. Muslims in the U.S. are tempting, quote, fifth column for any jihadist recruiters. What should be done about Dearborn, Michigan? Do you support greater espionage on the city and other Muslim enclaves in the U.S.? I just thank the Lord that Trump got in, because if Hillary got in, this would be our America today, and growing in a much faster rate than it is right now. This is terrible. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and again, thank you for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you like this report. Thank you.